Coming up on today's show, we are heading west and we are exploring the far western communities, places like Norwalk, Milan, and more. We're going to be eating and shopping at some great stops throughout the hour, and it all starts right now.
Our first stop takes us to Berlin Heights, where at the Quarry Hill Winery is just as much about the views as it is the wines.
Quarry Hill Winery is a winery located in Berlin Heights, Ohio. We are a family-owned business. We partner with Quarry Hill Orchard, so a lot of people in the area are a little bit more familiar with our fruit farm. But at the top of the hill, we have a lovely winery that serves mostly estate-grown wine and fruit wine. So we're really lucky to be on an orchard and on a farm, so we really try to utilize as much as possible of what we've got outside. So we have a lot of apple wine, peach wine, cherry wine. If we have it outside, we have it in a wine. In 2005, we started the winery. It's really when we planted the vineyard is our establishment date. For 5 years before we built this building here in 2010, we sold wine down at our orchard. So like I said, we're on a family farm here, and we really love incorporating the orchard as part of our business as well. So we had a little tiny bar there. We sold wine for 5 years, and people loved our wine so much, we built this gorgeous building up here at the top of the hill on the property. Our production facility is actually below. So our entire square footage has a basement or a lower level, and down there we have a production area, a temperature controlled storage, and I hope one day to have a nice little tasting room. A fruit wine is just the fruit listed on the wine. So if we have an apple wine, it's just apples. If we have a peach wine, it's just peaches. Our best seller is a sweet Concord. It's called Buckeye Red. So a lot of people are Ohio State fans here in Ohio, so we really try to cater to those people. And a lot of people do like a sweet wine. It basically tastes like grape juice. You can't not love it. We have a great food menu. We have lots of shareable cheese platters, sandwiches, paninis, salads. We do fluctuate for seasonal foods. So in the summer, I've got some fun salads that we incorporate foods from the orchard on there. And then in the winter, I always bring back soups, because what's better than a nice, cozy, warm soup in the winter? 2 years ago, we got a slushy machine, which was something that we were really excited about having here. I know a lot of people in the hot summer days like a wine slushy to cool down. For those, I always rotate the flavors, kind of based on seasonality of the fruit that's served at the orchard. So the base of each of those, I always do a red and a white. The red is always a Cabernet Franc base, and the white is a Vidal Blanc, so similar to a Sauvignon Blanc. And then I sweeten up with a slushy flavor. So we are really able to transition through different seasons for different flavors. We really try to focus in on really dabbling into things that other people aren't serving. So it is rare to find a winery that does fruit wine and also has estate-grown wine. So we've got about 5 acres of grapes here on the vineyard, and of those, we are able to produce quite a bit of our own wine. Quarry Hill Winery is the most special place in the world to me. So we are on such a gold mine of property. We're at the highest point in the county, so you can see the lake from here actually. We're about 5 miles of straight shot from Lake Erie, but on a nice clear day, you can see the blue line of the lake. When you are looking out in almost 360 view windows in our building, you can see the entire farm. So our farm's about 400 acres, and you can really see all of the fruit and grapes from our vineyard that go into the wine. So it's nice to be able to look out and see exactly what you're consuming. I come from a corporate business background, and something was always lacking there for me, and it was human interaction. So I love talking to customers. I love being able to hear what kind of wine they like and why they're stopping by and how they heard about our business here. It's my favorite job I've ever had, and I really can't speak highly enough of this business, the Gammy family, and really what we've been able to accomplish in this beautiful location and our incredible wines.
Quarry Hill Winery is in Berlin Heights, and a little later in the show, we'll explore the Quarry Hill Orchard.
Now to Norwalk for some shopping. The Loft at 3611 has styles for all shapes and sizes.
The Loft at 3611 is a home and her experience. So we have things for comfort, style, affordability, from age ranges of around 18 all the way up to 90. We carry comfortable clothing and brands such as Judy Blue, Risen, and Mono B. We also have home, DIY, and decor, and then offer classes and experiences. Home and Her is my own idea. It was kind of a spin. We started off as a DIY company with furniture and refinishing, and then I wanted to expand out and give women a place where they can come in and be comfortable. During COVID, there were a lot less boutiques, a lot stores closing, so it was really hard to find comfortable, affordable clothing, and we wanted to provide just that. So we want to make sure that our prices are at a great range for our customers, but as well as getting that style and affordability. We carry refinishing products such as YSL paints. We have IOD transfers, ways to refinish products, as well as we do that. So people will bring in pieces to have customized, and we will do that here. And then we started to grow. We added to the second floor last year some women's products. I found that I couldn't find product that fit me well, and shopping online is extremely hard to do. So I wanted to bring in a place where people can come in and try things on from some really great brands, and that has just grown and expanded to our first floor. So earlier this year, we then opened our third floor, and now we have our clothing on our first floor and second floor with extended sizes. So we go from size 0 all the way up to 24W. We want to be all inclusive and have something for everyone. And then our third floor has got all of our home decor and DIY products. We have our trucker hat bar. The idea of that is being able to come in and customize your own style hat. So we have different styles of hats to choose from. We have over 7 different styles in multiple colors in each one of those styles. And then we have over 2,000 patches to choose from that you can design your own unique style on the hat. We also, in addition to that, do customizing with our patches. So we have leather engraving that is done here on site, so we can do custom logos or sayings. We also have a sublimation style patch where we can put pictures and graphics onto a patch as well. And we offer accessories with that too. So we have hat chains and charms and pins, all different ways to customize a hat, making it as unique as you are. We also offer a custom candle pouring workshop. With that, we have over 200 different scents to choose from that you can mix and match and make your own candle. In addition to candles, you can do room and linen sprays, reed diffusers, wax melts. So we have an option for everyone. 2021, we opened 3611, and that was our refinishing. So that's when we were redoing furniture, and it's just grown. I have been in the clothing business as a manager in clothing for over 2 decades, so it's something that I know really well. And the passion of both of those things were able to come together in the shop here. And this is my passion project. This is what I love to do. So being able to bring those things together in a way that helps build the community, it helps build self-esteem, and really give back has been the reason that we're here.
The Loft at 3611 is in Norwalk, is closed on Mondays. After the break, some floral creations for any occasion. Our next visit is a place that's been around nearly 40 years, creating unique floral designs using silk flowers. Check out Naturally Country.
Naturally Country, I've been here 39 years, started just in the backyard, growing flowers, something natural. People would come to a destination where it's comfortable, a peaceful environment, and can relax with their friends and family. I started by growing flowers and it just kind of evolved. So opening the store just fit. It's all in the backyard, and we had acres of flowers we're growing, which we don't grow any longer. And then it's kind of evolved into what it is today, a lot of custom. Everything is a one-of-a-kind, unique floral piece as far as our floral. The floral is all designed and created here. So if there's something you want that you're not seeing, we'll create it for you. And a lot of times that can be done while you're waiting, because a lot of our friends and customers that have been coming from years drive a distance to get here. So they're not going to come back tomorrow. They don't live close, they don't live right in town. So it's nice to be able to do it on site while they're here. I design, and then I have a gal that does, Wendy does design work, and if I'm not here, she's here. So between the two of us, we can do it for you. If you bring pictures of the area you're trying to create something unique in, then we can kind of show you ideas. We can kind of play with what you already have. Pictures are worth a lot. I go out to your home so that I can visually see, but we pull the flowers, we pull the shape and size, and then we make it to fit exactly what you're looking for. Everybody has such a unique style and a unique taste of their own, so it's fun to be able to create that for them. We do artwork, we do mirrors, we do special lamps. We are now doing photography, so we can print and frame like anything. If you say, hey, I want nautical, I want birds, I want something woodland, I want the river, we can do photography and then we print. So it's a little bit of a lot of unique things that hopefully you don't really see anywhere else. You're gonna always see all 4 seasons. Upstairs is always Christmas. There's always a fall area. We always do every day. And then we always have, so all seasons are always represented. Classes are fun. You can make as a group, you just call me and bring your own group in, and you tell me, hey, I wanna do a wreath or a centerpiece, or we're looking for this. And then we create a kit for your class to do. Or we set up classes, and then you can kind of filter into one of our classes we already have. In your home, everything has to blend. So the perfect lamp and the perfect picture or mirror, or everything kind of has to flow together. Just floral on its own just is not the same, but just everything without floral or greenery around it isn't as soft. So to add some greenery or add that special floral piece to what you have, kind of pulls it all together and makes it home. I think in our crazy lives we all have, you know, it's a constant, you know, constant time thing. And to kind of grab a friend or a family member or somebody that you just enjoy a few hours with, bring a glass of wine, sit by the waterfall, have a lunch, sit on the back porch. It kind of just gives you a break from all of that, you know, running all day.
Naturally Country is on Lays Road in Norwalk.
Now to Milan for some sweet treats in the heart of the historic town. It's Baker on the Square.
Baker on the Square is a local family-run bakery. We're located here in Milan, Ohio, right on our historic village square. We are from scratch and semi-homemade bakery, and we have a full array of pastries, breads, pies, cookies, you name it, we try to provide it. We do a variety of pastries. We do a lot of croissant-style pastries, chocolate croissants, strawberry cream cheese croissants, almond bear claws. There's quite a bit from a pastry standpoint we do. Our breads are great sellers. We mix our breads, and we partner with Farmer Jones Market over in Huron. He grows his own wheat over there. It's non-GMO, whole grain spelt. It's an ancient grain. We use his wheat in our spelt bread. It's a very good seller. Our sourdough, our honey wheat. Cheesecakes I make every day from scratch. Our cheesecakes are a great seller, and we get a lot of positive feedback from our cheesecakes as well. I try to keep a foundation of pastries, our standards that people come in, they love. And then I try to change things up a little bit. Definitely the cinnamon rolls are very popular, especially on a Saturday. They sell out pretty quick. Our German nut rolls usually sell out pretty quick. Our honey wheat bread, our sourdough, our spelt bread are hard to keep in stock. We sell a lot of breakfast sandwiches on our croissants and our sourdough bread, and we hope to, kind of broaden that menu into doing soup and sandwiches in the fall. I was in the automotive industry. I did environmental health and safety. I did do a little bit of human resources, and I was just in desperate need of a change. My wife and I purchased the building, and baking was just something that I always did from a kid. From an early age, my grandmother used to bake. My father was in the kitchen quite a bit. It's just something I always was interested in. It's something I was natural at. We thought this building would just be a great place, a great location for a bakery. There really are no local mom and pop style bakeries too much anymore, at least in this area, and we thought it'd be a great addition to the community. Doing my own thing is very rewarding. It's kind of on my own terms. It's a lot of work, it's a lot of hours, but it's rewarding. It's something I've always wanted to do. My father was an entrepreneur as well, and actually in the same location back in the mid-70s, he had an ice cream parlor. So when I was 10 years old, I used to come in here and wipe down tables and do dishes, and so it kind of came full circle. Milan's just a great community. They're very supportive. It's just a lot of hometown folks. Everybody knows everyone. We are a draw. We pull from all over North Central Ohio. We get people that come in every week.
Baker on the Square is closed on Sundays and Mondays. When we come back, authentic Irish cuisine with an American twist. Time to grab a bite to eat in Norwalk. At Red Shamrock, you can taste classic Irish dishes with a modern take.
The Red Shamrock, we've been around for about 10 years. We started off in a food truck doing fairs and festivals, and it's kind of culminated into what it is now, which is a sit-down tavern-style restaurant. We brought all of our old standby creations from the food truck over, and now that we have a little bit more room, we're allowed to flex harder in the entree area and do some things that we weren't able to do on the food truck. There wasn't an Irish-American spot in Norwalk for quite some time, and so we're very happy to bring our ethnic dishes here. It's my history, my family. When we had holidays, we were always eating corned beef and cabbage and more traditional Irish meals in comparison to like roast beef for Christmas and turkey for Thanksgiving. We were always very heavily Irish influenced from my grandma's recipes. We always grew up with those.
This is the mint chocolate cheesecake, and I really like the mix of flavors it has. This is the blackberry salmon salad, and same with this one, I really like how many flavors there are. This one is the Joshua Dorian sandwich. It is named after my older brother. This is the perch rolls, and I really like how it's like has a salad taste, but the fish is really good too. This is the Guinness chocolate cake, and I really like the cream frosting on it. It tastes really good.
These are the Bavarian pretzel sticks with Kraft cheese. I really like this, and all the salt on the pretzel sticks. Tastes really good. These are the Irish egg rolls, one of the most popular dishes here. These are the Reuben fritters, very popular also. This is the strawberry salmon salad, and I like the mix of flavors and how it combines fish and fruit and vegetables to make a good taste. And this is the strawberry cheesecake, and I really love this one because it's a great dessert.
I think our bread and butter is probably our Reuben sandwich, and Lake Erie yellow perch is probably the most popular items. We also do a prime rib dinner on Saturdays, and we sell out every time. We wanted a place that felt comfortable, like their own dining room in their own home, where they could meet friends in a neutral place and stick around and see some people, their friends out as well, and interact with their friends. Our bar is a U-shaped bar, so when people sit at it, there's a sense of community. You're not just sitting at a long bar with just a bartender to look at. You could kind of see your neighbor there. And it does bring the community together so that they can interact with each other. I think Red Shamrock is a place where you can get some unique menu items that you can't really get anywhere else. Just this last weekend I went to the Dublin Irish Festival, and even at that Dublin Irish Festival there was some things that we were doing here that you couldn't get there. So we think that if you come here, you're going to get some things that are different that you don't find on every menu, and you're going to experience our take on that item.
Off to Huron, where a local shop is making all sorts of items inspired by a love for boating. It's Beagle Bay Knotworks.
Beagle Bay Knotworks started out with a bracelet. The hand-tied cotton nautical bracelet. I told my husband every summer you would get a bracelet and have it tied on your wrist, and then the night before you went to school you had to cut it off, and it was ratty and dirty and ugly. And he made a bracelet for me exactly like that with a clasp so that I could take it off. We're sailors by trade, knots on boats. The decorative side of it actually originated out of necessity and boredom from mariners centuries and centuries ago. So all of our knots have a story. And so we've just taken those ancient marlin spike knots and brought them into the 21st century. Cord and rope, truly natural products. We love working with natural cotton, manila, which is abaco banana tree fiber. We try to source everything made in the United States, but of course we're not growing banana trees in the United States, so the manila comes from a US supplier. We do dabble a little bit in nylon simply out of necessity for dock lines. Imagination makes it limitless. So obviously our jewelry products, nautical themed bracelets, but then we went into the home decor stuff. So it started with mats, and then we were able to take knots that you find commonly in a ship's bell rope and explode those in larger and different dimensions to make our bowls. Key fobs, artwork, textile arts, the wreaths, it just keeps evolving. We have some amazing creatives in here with us, our maker friends, from small batch soaps, sea glass jewelry, graphic designers who are making cards for us, an amazing seamstress doing our pillows and our tea towels. It's not pom-poms and popsicle sticks anymore. The artists and creatives that we've got now are true talents, and we're so blessed to have so many like-minded folks have their things in here. The bracelet, I keep circling back to that bracelet. I mean, I can remember every summer having that bracelet tied on my wrist, and that's boating with my family. We have folks that bring their grandchildren in and they buy a little bracelet, or perhaps it's a sea glass card that came from Lake Erie beach glass, and they're making those memories. It's a quality piece. It reminds them of something special either happening today or a memory that's bringing back something from the past. It's unique. They're not going to find these things anywhere else but here.
Beagle Bay Knotworks is located right in the center of town on Main Street. And when we come back, Western gear for your inner cowgirl.
From wine to fresh fruits, we're headed back to Berlin Heights to see what's growing at Quarry Hill Orchards.
Quarry Hill Orchards is a third-generation family farm focusing on engaging experiences with customers, growing good quality local fruit, and sharing our passion for farming with those folks that come out to see us. My grandfather and his brother bought this property in 1931, moved out from the steel mills of Lorraine, and started primarily growing vegetables, but also planted some tree fruit. It was really my dad in the late 70s that leaned into fruit tree orchard production. And so we have him to thank for the 150 acres of productive ground we have now. And it's only me in the last 10 years that have moved back with my lovely wife and our 4 children to carry on that legacy. Quarry Hill, as a name, came to being from the sandstone quarries that were in operation on this property, Civil War era. Here at Quarry Hill, we grow mostly apples, followed by peaches, plums, pears, nectarines, table grapes, wine grapes, all constituting about 150 acres of tree fruit and production. That's situated on just under 400 acres total to the farm. We like to invite folks out to the farm to really get an authentic taste of what it's like to be on a farm, to work on a farm, to experience all the effort that we put into the produce that we grow. The hallmark way to do that is pick your own. Nothing more exciting than coming out to the farm in the fall and picking a fresh apple right off the tree and even taking a big old juicy bite out of that. First and foremost, we like to celebrate the fruit that we grow here. As a complementary to that, we've got some great locally crafted products from a whole menagerie of local vendors sourced right here in Northeast Ohio. And really, we like to elevate them and find like-minded people that believe in small businesses, buying locally, sourcing locally. We got a great partnership with everybody's favorite Cleveland ice cream shop, Mitchell's. We bring out Mitchell's vanilla ice cream. We take fruit that we have here on the farm that didn't quite make grade, but still is good to eat. We'll chop it up, freeze it, and a very simple process of scoop of Mitchell's and a scoop of frozen fruit right here from our farm. That's peaches, that's cherries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries from a good neighbor friend of ours. There are few things more joyous in life than seeing young children come out and enjoy all the fruit and all the wonderful things that we have to offer here, from getting a free sample from my dad to petting the puppy dogs or chasing around some barn cats, or on the weekends when we're really hustling and bustling with a whole parking lot full of folks. That's a real sense of accomplishment for us, being able to share our farm with folks who want to come out and experience it.
You can visit Quarry Hill online for hours and a list of upcoming events.
We're visiting Western communities, so why not visit a shop that's inspiring us to dress for the West? This is the Painted Cowgirl.
Painted Cowgirl is a very unique full-scale Western store that we offer men's, ladies, and children's boots, apparel, and all things Western accessory. When I opened it in 2007, my passion was good quality used saddles. So the store was a totally different dynamic then. It was everything for the horse, nothing for the rider. And then about 3 or 4 years into the business, about every other phone call was, "Do you sell boots? Do you sell boots?" So I said, maybe I should sell boots. A lot of people think of us just as a boot store, but we also carry some really good quality leather sandals. We have a huge selection of boots, from shorty boots, riding boots, fashion boots, wedding boots, dancing boots, concert boots. We have probably the biggest selection of ladies' jeans of any store I've ever been in anywhere. We offer hemming for the ladies that love this style, but their legs aren't long enough to wear the longer jeans. We offer free hemming with the purchase of your jeans here. We have a great selection of dresses here at Painted Cowgirl for the ladies, skirts and dresses, shorts, tank tops, button-up shirts, sweaters, jackets, leather coats. It's one of my favorite sections. I take a purse home probably about once a week because they're just so great. We carry a lot of the top brands, and we also have the workwear store because this is a huge farming community. And we have a lot of guys that don't necessarily need the fancy Western stuff, but they want the good quality, good fitting stuff that's gonna last. For men, we have a huge selection of jeans. We carry Ariat, Cinch, Rock and Roll Cowboy, and Kimes jeans in all sizes, and inseams as short as 30 and as long as 38. We carry a huge selection of Western shirts, short sleeve, long sleeve, button up, snap up, sizes extra small to 5XL. We have probably 300 to 350 styles of Western boots. It's very exciting for them to come in and say, oh wow, you know, I saw Lainey Wilson wearing this, or I saw this on Yellowstone, or, you know, I saw this country music artist. You know, the country music has become more and more popular, and people see them rocking the style, but they don't think they can. But then they come in here and they put the outfit on and they feel amazing, and they realize, oh, I can do this too. Yellowstone had people buying hats and wearing hats and just loving the look. And now on a Saturday, we might sell 30, 40 hats to people that are buying their first hat ever. And I just love that Ohio is embracing and rocking it. I mean, people are finally figuring out that country's cool.
Painted Cowgirl is on Main Street in Greenwich. Still ahead, locally roasted brews in Norwalk.
Road trips, recipes, and much more. Go to fox8.com and click on the New Day Cleveland tab.
Enjoy a sense of community and a caffeine boost at Sheri's Coffee House in Norwalk.
Sheri's Coffee House is this 20-year-old piece of the community. It's more than coffee at this point. It's a place where people gather and, you know, meet and talk about the world and talk about their ideas and scheme and enjoy, obviously, coffee, but other beverages as well. Sheri's is part of the community. In 2004, Sheri and Billy Thomas bought this building. It was a defunct post office turned men's clothing store turned, appliance store / hardware store. In the 80s, it was empty and falling apart. And they came in 2004 and put it all back together nicely and turned it into really a place for the community. If you're into like espressos and hot drinks, you might go for like the Maple City Latte, named after our, hometown. If you're into frozen blended beverages, go for the Sheris, and that Sheri, that's like the #1 selling item here in the shop, and people, take cold brew and blend it into beautiful, sweet beverages. And if you wanted to grab a bite to eat with your coffee, you might look at obviously the fresh baked pastries and things like that. Our baker comes in at 5 every morning and bakes croissants and bagels and cookies, etc. But we also have salads from the chef's garden. And it's really cool, perfect walk through the garden, packaged in a little clamshell. You can just grab and go, and what better farm is there around us to get a salad from? And those are really cool. One of the things that makes Sheri's unique is, we're 2 years in on roasting our own coffee and buying our own beans and sourcing our own ingredients, and really just in a small batch, very deliberate and sustainable approach to roasting every coffee that we serve. And that's really cool and unique for small towns, small coffee shops. Roasting coffee is almost like cooking in a way. And it's all about the ingredient. The most important thing is the ingredient. And if you can find a really great bean, so all the legwork's really on the front end, finding it, right? When you find that perfect ingredient, then there's not a whole lot of work, right? Then you send it through, roast and taste, and different coffees around the world produce different flavor profiles and things like that, and different, it's just like cooking. Every step along the way matters. We're stewards of the building, and we do that with other businesses as well, and small local makers and manufacturers, including flowers. And the flowers has been great, where people will come in and they'll get a bouquet of flowers and a gift card and their own coffee or two, and take them out to a friend at the office or themselves at home. You didn't visit Norwalk if you didn't come to Sheri's. You cannot drive through this town without stopping in the parking lot and coming in and grabbing a cup of coffee.
You can follow Sheri's Coffee House online and on social media for their upcoming events.
Find the perfect gift for yourself or a friend in Milan at Divine Design.
Divine Design is a family-owned and operated home and gift shop. We've got everything that you need for all the gifts and all occasions. We've been in business since 1999. My mom opened it in 1999 as a home and floral design business, and it's just grown from there, and I've kind of taken over, and so it's just evolved into a total gifting hub of all things. We love things that are beautiful but functional and practical. We want these items to be something that fits into everybody's daily life. They don't just need more stuff. So we choose carefully with budget in mind and what people can spend. We carry a large selection of jewelry. That's our #1 seller. A lot of ornaments, baby clothes, gourmet food items, home decor. Lola Jewelry is one of our #1 sellers. Old World Christmas ornaments we sell all year long. We've got a lot of jams and jellies from Terrapin Ridge Farms. There are cheese ball mixes, hot dip mixes from Wind and Willow, Bloody Mary mixes, everything to serve and entertain with. Got a line called Troll Beads. We've been carrying them since 2004, so a long time. We've got a lot of collectors with that. We carry a waterproof jewelry line, Lola pendants, Kudo, all kinds of things that you can add on and piece together to create your own look. We carry Brewmate, which is good for everybody. We have Jack Black skincare line. We carry a line of bourbon, cherries, and bourbon items and things for different cocktail mixes. Got a lot of baby clothing, gifts, swaddle blankets, cards, books. So if you're heading to a baby shower or you need something for the bigger sibling, we've got gifts for them as well. Home decor is something that we started with. My mom creates all of the wreaths in-house. She does a lot of custom orders, so wreaths are a big one. We do a lot with wall decor, staging little vignettes together for people's tiered trays or their coffee tables. So lots of little pieces that we can help you piece together. We are so lucky and so blessed to have the community that we've had. The support has been phenomenal. Being here almost 25 years is it's a big deal, and so we get, we feel that we have a great community that supports us as well as we support them in all the, team sponsorships and things like that with the school and people that need help. So you give and you get, and it's kind of a great place to be. Milan is the best place to be. I mean, just to browse around the town and, you feel it when you're here. I think the biggest thing is when you come in, you're home. You become like friends and family when you're here. So you may find a new gift, but you may just meet us and become part of the family and just love how it feels when you're here. And if you end up with a gift for yourself or for somebody else, that's even better.
After the break, shopping for a good cause in Huron.
When Pigs Fly by the Lake is a retail resale shop. Our flagship store is in Norwalk, Ohio, and mine is quite a bit smaller, but the mission is still the same. The profits, 92% of our profits, go to help families when there's a life-threatening illness to bring joy to their kids. The name, the Piggyback Foundation, we support and carry families through hard times, and every kid loves a piggyback ride. So the store, the concept is that we take in donations. About 50% of this room is donated. We upcycle, stage beautifully, and hope people will buy it. Well, I'm a counselor. I'm a school counselor. I like kids a lot. I have 6. On summer vacation and school vacations, I had wanted to do something, and decorating is a passion of mine. And so I found out about the store in Norwalk and volunteered. And that was for about 6 years, and then I was on the board for a while. This is our adopted hometown. We love it here. Erie County is a county that I thought maybe the foundation could expand in. Now, we do serve families in a 60-mile radius. However, I thought if people in Huron learned about the foundation through the shop, that would, move the foundation forward. The smaller of the 2 rooms, everything is new. Clothing, jewelry, accessories, hand soaps, those things are purchased. And then in this bigger part, we do take the donations, we do upcycle, and so it looks a little crowded, but it gives customers a lot to see and a lot to choose from. We have locally sourced honey. We love bees here at the foundation. We have napkins, pillows, signs, so you'll find a lot of bee items. A lot of color. I do love the color teal, so you're going to find a lot of things that are teal. And I do love when we get donations of antiques, those types of things that we can mix in with new things. You never know what you're going to find. If you came on Wednesday, you might find something different on Saturday. So I think it's just a really unique opportunity to see a cool shop that has a wonderful mission. I did not realize that I would make friends by greeting people and getting to know them, and really this is an extension of my home. And so when they come in, I have classical music playing, I have candles so that it smells good. It is crowded like my house, and so I just feel like my friends are coming to visit.
Visit Huron and find a hidden gem for plants, vegetables, herbs, and a whole lot more. Check out Mulberry Creek Herb Farm.
Mulberry Creek Herb Farm is this crazy oasis with 1,000 varieties in the springtime. So we're a small footprint, but we have herbs and vegetables and succulents and houseplants and just weird stuff that other places do not have. This was actually our family's grain farm. We are right in the middle of a grain farm, and so back in 1993, we kind of carved out a spot in the corner of a soybean field and literally, scraped it out. We put up a house. Mark put up the first greenhouse that winter, in the winter, by himself for the most part, and that's how it began. We have about 320 herbs, and part of it is because we have 18 different rosemaries. And they actually all have different tastes. I always tell people, smell it. If you like the smell, you're gonna like the taste. So some of the rosemary is more like turpentine. There's one I don't like, but a lot of people do. And one of them's more like a lemon. So we have a lot of that. We have like 30 different types. But then we have some weird stuff like papalo and papicha that are the Central and South Americans' version of our cilantro. We do have a few medicinal herbs, but we largely have full sun, flat land, perfect and well-draining soil, perfect conditions for Mediterranean herbs, so the cooking herbs.
Bonsai, everyone's familiar with the look of a tree. When you do competitions, there's also what's called the accent plant. And the accent plant is complementary to your big specimen tree, and we've got the largest collection in the country for that. The hanging baskets that we have, I really like to do succulent baskets. You can't kill them. Unlike, begonia or impatient basket that's dead by the beginning of August, ours lasts through the entire year. The baskets that the other baskets, the flowering baskets that we do, are mainly pollinators. So we don't do impatiens, for example, or petunias. They're not good pollinators. So we focus on the plants in the hanging baskets that are good pollinators.
If you come in here off the street and you don't know a stinking thing about plants, we can help you every step of the way. And our staff can too. I'm just not talking just myself and Mark. Our staff has years of gardening and cooking experience.
The train. We do an herb fair each year, and one year we did Germany for an herb fair theme. I'm born in Munich, so it was required. And probably the main thing in the train world that known for is LGB, which is a German garden railroad company. And so we borrowed track from a dear friend of ours, and we put it up just as a temporary display in the garden. And lo and behold, it was a hit.
If you are a 30-something mom and your kids are picky with their eating, get their butts out there. And we have been told time and again, if they are growing it with them, they will eat it more.
I'm really proud that we do everything certified organic, and I think that we show that yes, you can grow beautiful plants that last long in the garden, that really hold up, that are not grown with the water-soluble fertilizers.
Well, there you go. That's all the time we have on today's Far West road trip. And we hope you take the trip and explore all these great communities and everything they have to offer. Of course, you can find the list of the places we visited today on fox8.com. For Nellie Herbick, I'm David Moss, and we'll see you on the next New Day Cleveland.